Welcome back to Boujee Bravo Bitches, where we talk all that Bravo tea from basic to bougie. We're your hosts. I'm Jenna.
I'm Darcy.
And I'm Amanda. Let's get into it, bitch.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, happy Thursday. I'm ready.
I'm ready to party.
Same. I am.
I'm going to see
Cheers.
Darcy tomorrow.
Oh, how exciting.
I wish you were there. I wish you were going to be there.
Take a picture. You guys can post it on the IG.
Oh, maybe we will.
Love
We
it.
will. Good shows this week. I thought there were a lot of good episodes this week.
Yeah,
Even though
all
we
good.
don't have a lot going on. Yeah, but it was definitely some good TV. I'm heavy into OC. I'm into it. I'm ready. I want to know more.
I'm obsessed with the
for
OC.
it tonight. It was a good first
live tweet with me,
episode.
people. Oh, so you're obviously going to listen to this tomorrow, but next week, make sure you're live tweeting with me. It's so fun.
Fun for who?
I am asleep, so I won't be live tweeting with you.
I check in on her periodically to make sure
she does. I'm like, yes, Darcy liked that tweet. Darcy liked that one.
Someone needs to police that shit for sure. A little bit of news this week. Summer House is like heavy into their filming now, so they all went to one of Kyle's DJ gigs. And one thing that I noticed that I'm already cringing at is Lindsay is going to be one of those pregnant people that's always in a crop top. Like, we all have to know that she's pregnant because she's always in a crop top, and I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Could not be me. Speaking of them filming, they were doing something I just saw on Instagram that Kyle at another one of his DJ events said that Amanda had a meeting with the swimsuit makers.
I saw that.
You saw that? Okay. Yeah. I'm like, oh, really? Just in time for filming, because I really don't think she wants to do it. She just needs the storyline.
I just sent you this like early, right before we started, but Lindsay posted a story today where she's getting rid of her quote bad vibes couch, aka the couch that Carl dumped her on. But I'm like, why are you being so passive aggressive? Like, move on. You're literally having a baby with someone else. Let it go, bitch.
A year.
Let it go.
I said it's to boost engagement. Okay, she wants to push her algorithm up.
You are such a fucking Lindsay apologist. She is just a bitter shrew.
I said the baby isn't going to be free. Kids are fucking so expensive.
I mean, that is true. That is true. But she's dating.
Do you hear mine? I know.
I think she'll be fine.
Here's my question. Do you think they live together in that apartment?
That is a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I don't know if we're gonna find out more, but like, what is this actual relationship? Like, are they just gonna try to date like two people who just started dating, or are they gonna like bump up the speed because she's having a baby? Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm also wondering.
Your post today that Lindsay's gonna have the baby before we see any of the pregnancy reactions on Summer House.
Yeah, I did make that post.
Yeah, that was a thinker right there.
Well, yeah, it's going to be like a year from now when we're watching the reunion for Summer House that's happening now. So that baby's going to be like 2 years old by the time we watch anything about it. Crazy. Yeah, so more articles were coming out about the guy with Turner Koof, that's his name. And he's like he was something and then became a doctor. I don't know what the something was before that, but I don't know. Just more like, our privacy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you are dating a reality star, and that was a choice that you made. You lost the right to your privacy. Sorry.
I could never, I could never sell my privacy. There's in no world.
Right. Like, then you don't date.
I don't know. For
Lindsay.
A certain amount of money, I could sell my privacy. Okay. For a certain amount of money, I could do it.
What's your number?
I mean,
none
like,
of us have privacy anyways.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, I don't know, fucking $500,000 a year. I'd sell that shit.
Holy shit, you're cheap.
That's like a lifestyle change. 500 grand is a lot. Guaranteed, I would definitely do it.
Yeah. That's like Lambo money.
Yeah, I mean, it's not $500,000 a year is like decent money. No, it's not.
It absolutely is.
I am not that exciting. So.
Mine would just be like absolute chaos at all times. I run around like a chicken with my head cut off.
You literally
I'd love to watch
you
it.
joined this podcast today like a wrecking ball. you slammed
Flash,
in.
bang.
They're like,
over.
They're like, Amanda's here. That's just like how I live my life. I broke my ice maker this morning. You guys were talking about fridges. I broke my ice maker this morning. So
how did you break it?
I don't even want to tell you because the ice gets stuck. So I use a knife sharpener and I jam it in there. And I must have jammed it in too hard. And so the motor just kept running. So I had to have my dad fix it because my parents are staying with me right now. So he was like, if you ever do that again, I'm going to choke you. I'm like, yes, sir.
Did he fix it?
I think so.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
God. I can't get enough of you.
Seriously. Hot mess. Mauricio was seen at the airport. It didn't look like him from the TMZ picture. It only kind of resembled him. I mean, I guess it really was. Seen locking lips with some lady at the airport.
She looked younger, right?
She
young.
did look younger.
He's definitely getting a younger girl. No way he's getting a normal age woman.
Should. He is.
I agree.
As
Go
he
for
should.
it. You raised your family. Go have fun, you know?
Yeah.
Your wife left you, so make it worth it.
Yeah.
Do we think Kyle's ever going to come out with what her and Morgan are?
No.
Or come out, period?
Do they still hang out together? I haven't seen posts about them in a minute.
You know when she'll do it? When nobody cares about them anymore. Then she'll be like, I need to be relevant again. Hey, I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Gay. You're muted.
Amanda, you're on mute.
Yes, I was saying, wasn't she recently seen hanging out with Kesha?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So weird. And Morgan.
But Morgan was there too. Yeah.
You're muted again.
Oh, I knew that. I knew it that time.
This is like the fucking 2020 catchphrase. You're muted.
You're on mute.
So
Okay.
Jersey has 2 episodes left, and then we're gonna see the alternative style reunions, which is actually just them rewatching rewatching the season and talking
I'm not
about
into it.
They're rewatching the season, or are they rewatching the final episode?
Oh, maybe just the final episode.
Yeah, and I heard Dolo goes from room to room.
She's in both, and so one camp is just Jackie, Teresa, Jennifer, and then Dolores, and then the other camp is everyone else plus Dolores.
I'm not into it.
What's Jen Fessler what side is she on?
She's on the with Marge and them.
Oh, really?
I feel like she could have been a Dolo too and pick a side.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be different. But did you guys see Watch What Happens Live this week with Kathy was on it. Kathy Wakili was on it.
Yes, why was she on? Ugh.
I feel because they're doing the 15-year thing, so they're just bringing back all these people out of the woodwork. But she was definitely not interested in reconnecting with Melissa, even though she's going to be her neighbor, which I thought was funny because I actually thought she would be interested. And they said well, Melissa said she would be open to reconnecting with you now that Teresa's not in her life, and she's like, well, that's convenient timing or something like that. I was like, okay, Kathy,
not into it.
Yeah, I kind of was glad to see that. I thought she would jump at a chance to be back in the limelight again.
I would take Rosie though.
I would take some Rosie.
Mm-hmm. I would watch a show with Rosie and Juicy J.
Oh, she's so good.
My favorite Rosie is when she's in when they're at the reunion and she's backstage going, "Oh, motherfucking cut at the rope." She's talking about Teresa.
Don't you dare talk about my father.
I'll fucking kill him. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll see what that's like, but we only have 2 episodes, so it's gonna air pretty soon. It's so weird. It's the shortest season ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's bad. It's just disjointed. We're just watching 2 different shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
I don't think it's bad. Some people think it's bad. I think it's good.
Well, we'll get more into this week's episode when we get there, but let's talk about the OC taglines that came out to start. All right, let's play the game where I read them and you guess who it is.
I
love that game. Okay. Even in the harshest of times, the storms will always weather it.
Shannon.
That's a hit for me.
I think that was a hit for me too.
The only thing stuck about me is my middle finger.
Tammy.
Yeah, and
it's
definitely a miss for me, dog.
Yeah.
Not into it. Just because I drink from a flute doesn't mean you can play me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Heather.
Yeah. Like the properties I represent, I know my worth.
Fucking Gina, and it's awful.
False.
Gina. Sponsored by Sheen. I used to question people for a living. Now I just do it for fun.
And Emily, and I like it.
That's kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
No.
People bend over backwards to get me, and their form is terrible.
Yeah, Jen Pedantry.
Well, also, I feel like it should be people bend over backwards to get at me, and their form is terrible. We're missing an at in there, maybe. Anyways, when you live your life on the green, envy is just par for the course. That is the new girl.
Oh, what did she try to be like fucking Melissa?
I mean,
awful miss.
Maybe no. I think she lives on a golf, like at a country club.
I just need to know more about her. Like, you can't come at me with your tagline being about like where you live on a golf course before I know that's where you live.
Yeah.
So it's a mess.
Well, so they came out, but we haven't actually like heard them yet. But they're out. Those were the taglines. Blah blah blah. Anyways, okay, the Gina and Travis of it all. When we get to like the episode, we'll get to this a little bit more, but apparently like all this stuff is coming out about how Travis is like the reason Travis is not divorced is because like his ex-wife or whatever current wife's family like funded his whole life and like paid for his college and all this shit. There's like some sort of a restraining order. Like there's all this stuff like going on. Like it's mega drama. I don't know how we didn't know about any of it until right now. Like how did we not know this? He's been on for like 5
Where did
seasons.
you see all of this information? Because I haven't seen that much information, and I've been out there looking for it. I only saw that like
you sent this to me.
I saw it on Reddit. So
Oh,
you certainly saw it.
Okay,
you
so
sent that to
I
me.
saw that. Are you sure? No. Okay, so I'm talking about like the college. Like I knew like his girlfriend's family
that
had
was
money.
The thing that you sent me.
Okay, I didn't read it that far.
So you're just sending stuff without reading it? Oh, man.
Yes, that's how I live my life.
And then I also today saw something about a restraining order being dropped on Real Housewives Zone, maybe. So yeah, more and more stuff is coming out of it. There's a lot of reasons why he hasn't divorced her yet, because I think he would owe her a lot of money or something like that because they funded his life. Basically.
Valid.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll get there. Lala had a baby shower, which she called a baby monsoon because apparently she never had a shower for Ocean. So this is like a monsoon because it's even bigger. I don't know.
Okay, anyways, I get it.
All the cast of like The Valley were there. Sheena was there. Stassi was there. I feel like Stassi threw it for her because she like thanked her in her post.
What it gave the impression of from what Lala posted.
Yeah. And everyone is coming after her because she is wearing the same dress that Ariana wore to like that birthday party she had. That like baby doll looking dress. And everyone comes after her and calls her Lauren. Like, why do you dead name
Lauren
her?
from Utah.
She goes by Lala. Big week for Ariana. She is going to be in court for life. So Tom is suing her for going through his phone and distributing that like porn, which I'm sure he was advised to do by his lawyer, but I think it's a little crazy.
Which, fun fact that I saw is that Rachel's lawyer and Tom's lawyer are brothers.
Oh.
So
that's a little interesting.
Someone's getting their money somehow. And obviously they're suing her because she is making $1 million doing all of these endorsements and things.
Isn't she? Yeah, I'm surprised that he's suing her though.
I'm sure it was advised by
his
lawyer.
Not to be a Tom apologist in any way, but I'm sure it's a legal strategy.
Yeah, is she suing him for something?
No. I don't think so.
No.
Well, then also I just saw that Chef Penny, that was like supposed to be the chef that was helping or like partner at something about her, but they fired her, is also suing her and Katie.
I saw that.
She is getting sued all over the globe this week. So she better make 20 more episodes of Love Island and get a few more endorsements.
She's doing another run of Chicago.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
People love her on Love Island too, but I don't know if they love her or if they just like love the notoriety of the fact that it's
show.
her. Yeah.
I've
Well,
never
people love
watched
Love
it.
Island. People have loved Love Island
I
long
was just
before
gonna say
Ariana.
people love Love Island. I see it all over my TikTok page.
I never watched USA. I've watched like 5 seasons of UK, and I actually really do like it. It's just like Bizarro. It's like they're just in a house, like making connections. The more people come in the house, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like you anymore. I like this new person that came in the house." It's such a weird concept. It's like an off the walls Bachelor. Really bizarre.
I dig it.
Amanda, this one's for you. Kim and Croy have set a divorce trial date.
I saw that. I did not read the article because I was going to have to scroll too much on Us Weekly, and I can never find it when they're like link in bio. It pisses me off.
Too long, did not read. Yeah, I don't know what the date is, but it's been set. It's been set.
Kim back again with the clickbait.
Oh, yeah.
And divorce.
Darcy was not happy with that.
It makes me so irrationally angry when anybody does it.
The freaking clickbait. I can't. I cannot. Any other news that you guys saw this week?
I think we covered it.
I know. It's like just everyone's on like summer vacation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about Orange County. Go ahead. Take it away.
So good.
What are your thoughts?
Archie is a star.
Please respect Archie's privacy at this time.
Is a star.
I think if Plannin played it smart, she can have like a redemption storyline.
Is Plannin
we'll see
also
how it
known
goes.
as Shannon? Did you just call her Plannin?
Amanda, what are you drinking tonight?
Are you?
I just got a little sippy. No, honestly, Summer, come on. I meant Shannon, and I said what I said. Thank you.
I think she's well on her way to a redemption season.
Do you think she has the ability to screw it up, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
being Shannon.
I think she probably will. I think she probably will.
She drove right into a house that she said she was mad and she slammed on the gas. I'm like, oh my God.
After
you
he
idiot.
Called her a drunken idiot.
When they played that.
Way to stick it to him.
You literally are a drunken idiot. He was right. He told no lies. When they played the clip back of her being like, I can't believe you would drink and drive. There's no excuse. I'm like, damn, the producers did you dirty.
As they should.
I agree, as they should.
Did you see her on Watch What Happens Live? Because she seems very apologetic and like she's trying very hard to get back in Gina's good graces. She was like very complimentary. I mean,
she has
Gina.
to. She's such a hypocrite.
Maybe this is the play, actually.
Here's the thing I need to know. Does Gina have any fans? Like, when you do the polls and stuff, do people like Gina?
No.
Because I do not. No one likes
Gina
her.
Is
I didn't know if she was like a fan favorite.
To antagonize Shannon. So maybe that's Shannon's game. If I'm nice to her, then we don't need Gina anymore.
Ooh.
It's a long way.
I'm telling you, I think it's because she's cheap. I think she's cheap.
Yeah.
Summer is really not having it today. Summer girl.
Maybe that's Gina's fan.
Oh, yeah.
She won't stand for the Gina slander.
She won't. She's not into it. The DeBros bought a new old McMansion that they're like redoing for a gajillion, zillion, million, skillion dollars.
Can't imagine what it's like to be like, we've just spent millions of dollars on this house. Let's gut it to the studs.
When you downsize to a $10 million house and then put in another $10 million, that's just wild to me.
And I think
it's
they're
like
going to be on
money at that point.
What's the other show that's on Wednesdays now that we don't watch? $1 Million Listing?
Yeah, $1 Million Listings LA.
I think they're on that this season too.
Oh, really? I would love that. I'm sure.
Well, I think that was the whole crossover thing. Remember last season, the Almonds came and like sold their house.
Oh yeah, they did.
I think that was the whole like play, basically, to get us.
I bet they bought the house they're in on the show.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Okay, so let's talk about Gina, the Gina and Travis of it all. So they can't afford to get a house that they need, which would require like 7 bedrooms for all their children. So they're gonna not live together anymore. Someone has to make it make sense to me. I don't get it either. I think
I don't think anybody
money.
understands, and I don't think that that's the issue. I think the issue is her kids seem very unhappy because when she was saying, like, I need to be a mom first and my kids come first, I don't think they're happy in that small little house.
Who would be with
Of course
7
they're not.
bunk
They're
beds
in
in
3,
one room?
yeah. They're in a freaking camp. It's like
and he's still with
his
ex-wife, so he probably doesn't have the funds right now. He's probably still tied up in that other house, so he can't buy a house. So I think that
I think he just
she's
has
like, get it together.
Like a regular Joe job too. He's not like a celebrity. What could he be getting from the show? Like $1?
When they met, was he working? Because maybe his ex-wife's family just supported him.
I don't know.
And I think too with Gina, she's a realtor, so it's not like she gets a regular W-2. So when it comes to mortgage approvals, she's probably a 1099 independent contractor.
Yeah.
And hasn't been doing it for that long.
And that's what her income in
for
with Housewives
a gazillion seasons though. She has money coming in.
No, I think she's super cheap. How much do you think Gina makes? She's definitely not making as much as Shannon, probably even Emily. That's why they keep her around.
I'm sure she's not making as much as them, but she has to be making something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet she has money, but she can't buy a house with Travis, so she kicked him out until he figures his shit out.
Well, yeah,
I think that's what it is.
A 4-bedroom house versus a 7-bedroom house is a very different price bracket. It's not like they make little tiny 7-bedroom houses. It's like you're going to buy a huge fucking house.
Just a
teeny tiny 7-bedroom shed.
I don't see her buying a big house. I see her just buying a bigger house than she has now.
Stay where she
like
is?
a Danielle
right now she is, yes.
House.
Yeah.
Exactly, like a regular size house,
like a
not
normal house.
Yeah, like a regular house.
Yeah, I don't want normal on my Housewives. What the fuck don't you understand, people? I don't want a little tiny house. Yeah, seriously. I'm over it. It's like the days where the Potomac girls were carrying Tory Burch. No, I don't want to see that on my Housewives. If you can't afford Chanel, you shouldn't be a housewife. That should be the fucking baseline.
That's a
by
low bar.
Jennifer Pedranti, who can't afford her rent. No.
How embarrassing. She's like, I gotta ask my dad for money, and my husband stopped paying, my ex stopped paying because he doesn't have any money. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're so delusional. That's how you know someone grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's not that she can't afford it, maybe. It's just that her ex is supposed to be paying it, and he just decided not to pay it anymore, and she didn't know, or but then also the yoga studio doesn't make enough for her to afford it and to be able to cover all the back rent on top of it.
I also heard she wasn't paying rent for the yoga studio either.
But
I saw an article today. The article I saw today said that she paid 3 figures to whoever her landlord was. So I think she's caught up.
Well, she just got a 6-figure settlement.
Yeah. And she probably got her first OC paycheck too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For $8.
Makes sense.
And didn't Ryan just help that guy steal all that money from the gambling?
Yeah, I'm sure his assets are locked up right now. I'm sure he's a little jammed up.
Oh boy. I want to talk a little bit about Tammy Sue because I was super annoyed at. First of all, I'm so sick of her talking about her daughter who emancipated herself and doesn't want to be around her. I'm not saying let it go. Obviously, that would hurt no matter how many years have gone by. But stop trying to tug at our heartstrings with that story. It's the same old fucking story. And you then bring your other daughter on and you try to do it in front of her, and she's not fucking having it. Enough.
Well, and especially because the daughter that's estranged from her has said, I don't want her talking about me publicly, on the show, on social media, on anything. And she keeps doing it.
I know why you hate Tammy Sue so much. She's just a terrible person.
She's fucking garbage.
She's a terrible person.
I fucking hate her.
Who? More than Marge?
Darcy has an extreme hate. More than I hate Carl? It's worse than how much I hate Carl, I feel like.
More than I hate Marge. She's just, to me, bottom of the barrel.
She is. She's dirty.
She is dirty.
You're dirty.
Everybody was right about her. Okay, so we go. Well, before we go to the HD party, we see Alexis, and she comes in fucking hot. Shannon doesn't own the
Johnny
quiet
J.
woman. Johnny J is the love of my life. Heather
Johnny
Dubrow
J. I
says,
love how
"I've
they
not-
played.
I haven't
The
seen a better
best
rebrand
rebrand.
since aioli, since mayonnaise went to aioli." That was funny.
When Emily's like, I know John Jansen better than she knows John Jansen. I'm like, Emily, that's so valid.
And he's a
It's
cocksucker.
true.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, John Jansen. God.
I can't
He
believe
must-
John Jansen.
Well, I heard he has a huge
Ugh.
peep, and that's like part of the shtick, is he has a huge penis.
Mm.
That's why people
That's
stick
somebody
around.
you sleep with, not that you like.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you guys feel
date
about promise
long
rings?
term.
How do you feel about promise rings?
They
They're
were
for
cute when I was
8-year-olds.
13.
Right.
I've never liked them. I've never had one, and if someone bought me them, I would immediately break up with them. So
I for sure
luckily-
had one in high school from like a high school boyfriend. It had little
How'd that
red
work
hearts
out?
in it. Clearly, I'm not married to him. Broken promises,
I hate them.
people. Promise rings are meant
can't.
to be broken.
If you give me a promise ring and you're 40 years, how old are they? They're in their
that's
40s, right? John's
embarrassing.
got to be in his 50s. I would simply pass away.
Like a Von
Done.
Cleef promise ring.
Yeah.
Just buy the Von Cleef ring and move on. We don't need to call it a promise ring. It's weird.
No. Thank
And
you,
also,
weirdos.
it's like when Short Spot gave Katie the ring on a string. Like, if you're not giving me an engagement ring, like, bye. Don't buy me.
Don't give me a
rings.
ring unless it's an engagement ring, and then you can give me rings after that. Okay.
Mhm.
Once we're
Right.
married, then you can buy me all the rings you want, because that's fine.
Right. Yeah. No, thank you.
So
No,
I've got a
thank you.
question for you ladies
Okay.
before we get into the party.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on a Malibu and Diet Pepsi?
Oh.
First of all, I'm not in high
What?
school anymore. I don't drink Malibu. Okay. Thank you.
I
That's-
know.
But with
Is it-
Pepsi?
Yeah. Next, you're gonna be like, "I'll have a hypnotic, please." Like, no, that's disgusting.
But also, do you see the size of that glass?
Oh
It
my
was
God.
huge.
I would simply throw up. I mean, how much sugar is in that Malibu? No, thank you.
Malibu
and
Pepsi?
Diet Pepsi. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
No.
I would be
No.
different if they said like a sex on the beach. I mean, okay,
There you
it's
go.
not for me, but I get it.
Malibu and pineapple, or
Mhm.
Malibu and some type of juice.
Anything
not
that's not a
Diet
carbonated
Pepsi.
brown soda. Disgusting.
Ugh.
No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. Also, no,
Okay.
thank you.
I just needed
Let's-
to know where you stood.
Yeah.
All right, we had a definite HD style party. There were millions of like booths and activities. Very HD. of
Gina
her.
is so jealous that she can never throw a party like that.
No,
Same.
she can't. Well, Gina threw that circus party. Who donated that? Somebody donated that party.
Mm, okay.
Bravo.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, well, I feel like Shannon, first of all, Shannon came in looking fine, and
Yeah.
she totally held her own, and I think she did a good job going up to Alexis, and she didn't get flustered. Like, you know how she gets super flustered usually?
Mhm.
She didn't.
Well, she's
It was
probably
like,
a little bit
"Oh."
sober.
Like, the most she said was like, "Oh, now we're getting angry. Okay."
Yeah.
No, she wasn't sober. She said she's been drinking this whole time and she wasn't hiding it. Like Tamara saying that she was like hiding putting the vodka in the Diet Coke. She said I wasn't hiding it at all. It was intentional. That's what I was drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Also,
said she
vodka
was still
and Diet
drinking.
Coke. Ugh. Why are you putting any kind of liquor inside Diet Coke unless it's like
Inside-
Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan.
Who drinks that
Again.
anymore? If you're not like a
Sometimes.
65-year-old man or like a 18-year-old, who's drinking Captain Morgan? Darcy.
Not Captain
Darcy.
Morgan. We do different spice drums, but not Captain Morgan.
Okay, okay. Not for me. I like a nice crisp vodka soda with a lemon.
Remember
Thank you.
Southern Comfort?
Oh my God, never
Shot-
again.
shots
Oh
of
my God.
SoCo. Oh my God. One
Or
time Darcy and I
Fireball.
went to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and in the airport and like on our layover, we took like 10 shots of SoCo with random strangers, and we were like blacked out the entire flight to New Orleans and the remainder of the
Which is
trip to Mardi Gras.
Really, the only way to do New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, you
It's
can't
true.
show up sober. Couldn't
Not
be
when you're in
me.
your 20s.
No.
So wild. I think that's when like Northwest was still an airline. That's how long ago it was. We were in the, in the Detroit airport. Oh, good Lord. Well, OC's on tonight, so yesterday by the time you hear this, and I'm pumped for it. I'm so
Same.
excited. So excited. Let's talk about Jersey, shall we?
Go for it.
Please stop trying to make the Envy fashion show happen. I cannot, okay? Like, the only person that should be throwing a fashion show for their store is Kim D. I want the posh fashion show back. I don't want to fucking see this Envy by MG bullshit. And also,
I just
go ahead.
don't understand the concept of like a boutique hosting a fashion show. And I know it's for the TV show, but it's fucking stupid.
A fashion show with not your fashions. How dreadful.
You guys, I'm so mad. I should have bought tickets and went to it.
Why? I know. Remember when it came around and I told you to go
I
to
know.
it?
I know. Because I didn't know they were filming. Now, the more I think about it, I'm like, I have to go to these events because they're going to be filming there.
It did say it was a
It did say it was filming?
Yeah. They were not even expensive. They were like $25 or something.
I know.
Crazy.
I should have went.
You need to go to the baseball game.
You know, I've been thinking about that. I think they just had
go
it.
To that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go to that. Well, okay, so I posted when Jen was asking Kayla, like, so these aren't her fashions. She didn't design them. And then I posted Dwight saying how dreadful. And the fucking Melissa stans were coming for us. I'm like, I was like, Melissa lovers, stand down, please. We understand she's not a designer. Like, it's just funny because of Dwight. Thank you, Melissa.
I can't believe how many Melissa stans there are. There's so many Melissa stans. And she's so boring. Like, oh my God.
Also, she looked like shit. Can I just say that? She did. Just quote Danielle. She looked like shit. What was the hair? What was the outfit? I don't really like Danielle, and I'm sick of hearing about her fucking family bullshit, and I don't like her little tiny poorhouse either. But I will say that my new thing that I'm going to say to fucking everyone is, by the way, you look like shit. I'm signing my emails like that. Like everything. By the way.
She just came. She was so aggressive with it.
By the way, you look like shit.
She was so aggressive with it when she was like walking out. She's like, by the way.
It was so for TV, obviously. Mm-hmm. Like she like laughed when she said it. Like she couldn't even keep a straight face because it's so obscene to say something like that. It was so funny.
In that clown coat.
I said it's no wonder your family doesn't fucking talk to you and your sister-in-law hates you. Like, no, literally. Obviously you're psychotic. You're like so mean.
In the clown coat. She was weird.
Because it's a complete pivot from her last season where she would just get flustered and walk away.
That is
and she
true.
was like sucking Jen and Teresa's buttholes last season. But she was wearing that clown coat, which looked like the whatchamacallit, the blanket and Roseanne that hangs on the back of the couch. the multi-patched quilt. So funny. By the way, you look like shit.
But she came in hot. She was like, "Oh, I'm surprised this place didn't burn down when you walked in."
Yeah, I mean, obviously she was being antagonistic, but we also have to say that Jennifer was talking shit about her with her within 1 foot of her, like, intentionally. So,
that was pretty funny.
And Aiden is not like an innocent bystander.
No, you're right. You're right.
I don't help me understand why Dolores was getting so mad at Jennifer, though. That part I didn't understand. Like, why was she so mad?
Because she yelled at Teresa, and it's not Teresa's
She was like
beat. Like Jennifer needs to talk to Danielle about it, not yell at Teresa.
I think she also wanted
Dolo.
Like, you should say this to her face and like stop talking shit when she's not in the room. I thought that's what she was getting mad about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I like, don't you talk to her like that. Don't you yell at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her. Oh my God. She was on Watch What Happens Live, and she's like, and there was a question about like her being on Ozempic. She's like, I want to address this. I am not on Ozempic. Blah, 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 blah. I'm on Mounjaro, and I've never felt
yeah. Yeah. She was like, I love the way I look.
She was like, it was like she was coked up on the episode. She was like out of control. She couldn't stop talking. She was out of control.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
It was good. Some people felt like she was like, this is the episode where she gets fired afterwards. I didn't think it was that bad. It wasn't like the time that Lala and James Kennedy were wasted on Watch What Happens Live.
She was dressed very like Taylor Swift.
She says that. She said, I'm wearing
Yeah,
the Taylor
she
Swift
said
outfit.
that Taylor Swift was her inspo. So
Yeah,
Okay.
she said
yeah.
that. All right. So Jackie like whining again about being left out, and she's in like I want to like her because she's like on our team now, but she's so fucking annoying. Stop whining.
Yeah, she's very annoying. I don't like her.
She's too insecure for TV. You're way too insecure for TV.
Well,
I think that's why they downgraded her.
Yeah, but Marge is doing it with the intention to make you respond the way that you are. Like Marge said, "Oh, Melissa gave us all of these dresses. Are you wearing envy?"
Well,
with
yeah,
the purpose
that's
to
true.
make her like
because she knows
that
you know Marge was on the phone like, oh, who
like
did you send dresses to? Who else got a dress? So
right,
Marge already knew Jackie didn't get
so,
it.
Like Jackie needs to
Jackie will crumble
up
like a little
see
cookie.
what it is.
Yeah, Jackie should have been sorry I don't wear fucking fake Chanel. Thank you.
Whoops. You guys, the ice cream man just went by, and I was like contemplating just leaving this to go and get a bomb pop or something.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, I contemplated for a second. Anyways,
thanks for sticking
it was
it
a
out.
better episode. I don't think anything has been bad. I feel like the season just cut short because there's only so much you can do when no one will film together. I'm just glad that we didn't have to film any more stupid shit with Rachel Fuda. Like, I'm so sick of like going to her house.
Did they go on a trip? Are they going on a trip?
No, the house burnt down.
Oh, maybe that's also why it got cut short.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm sitting here. I'm like, did they go on a trip? But they didn't.
I forgot about that. They were
like if they wanted to do a trip, they could have pivoted.
Yes, they could have done something else.
But
yeah, I wonder if they were all gonna go.
Yeah, I guess that's also probably why the season's short because again they didn't go on a trip.
Yeah, that's like 4 episodes.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, only 2 left to go. Below Deck. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Ellie is still fucking annoying me, and putting on that lace catsuit, like it's like the fucking more desperate than the Mugler catsuit.
I have Mugler PTSD because when she's like, "Should I wear a bodysuit?" and I was like, "If it's the Mugler, I'm gonna lose my mind." Like I
can't afford a Mugler. She's a freaking
and it
second
was even
stew.
worse. It was even
it was Mugler by Shein.
Oh my god!
How much is the Mugler bodysuit?
It's really not that much. It's like maybe $1,200. Actually, I think I saw it for $900 on Saks. It's really not that much. Like we could afford a Mugler bodysuit. Not that you'd ever want to see my body in a Mugler bodysuit.
Oh my god! It's only like I see the full bodysuit for $569 on Farfetch. Yeah, it's not expensive.
Well, you can buy it like new.
$372 at Nordstrom. Yeah, $372 at Nordstrom.
Sell it at Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're buying things from Nordstrom, you shouldn't be a housewife. That's my next motto. Okay.
I need your
Step it up
list
to Saks.
of, like, if you do this, then you don't.
Jenna, you should make a list.
If you're shopping at a department store, the bar is Saks. There you go. Now we've said it. Okay. Now we've said it.
I love it.
Everything that could have possibly gone wrong with this boat feels like it's gone wrong with this boat. And then there were 2 of them were on Watch What Happens Live, and they said the boat is like haunted, basically.
I was so invested in the anchor. I have been looking forward to this since they dropped the like preview for the whole show. I'm very invested in this. I can't believe how expensive an anchor is and how expensive it was for them to retrieve it.
I know.
And then reinstall
how they had to do it like Jaws and put like buoys on it and stuff.
Sandy was real pleased with that reference.
Yeah.
Real pleased with the Jaws reference.
She was really in her like captain ship this week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they're never gonna get her laundry right, and she's gonna fucking lose her mind, which I just think is so funny. She's like, "Where is my captain shirt now?
I'm pissed." Don't blame her. Do you think Ellie's sabotaging Brie with the laundry?
Yeah, I do. I think she did completely.
Amanda, you're muted.
You're muted.
Okay, sorry.
Boom.
That's the last time my mom just took the baby, so that was the last time.
Like 85.
No, but we do know I'm a boomer, you guys. Come on.
You are a boomer.
You are a boomer.
You guys really think I think she's just an idiot and can't do laundry. You think she's sabotaging her?
I think that she's definitely sabotaging her.
I thought she was an idiot, but then pointing out that Sandy has her own washer and dryer, I was like, you can't be that stupid to lose stuff
Right.
that only one person's clothing is going into this one machine.
Okay, so when they were like having that conversation, or when Aisha was like confronting them, like we need to like all get along, and she's like, yeah, but we also all need to like not be so sensitive. And Aisha's like, no, but we all need to like be respectful. Yeah, but also we can't make a thing out of every. I'm like, why? Like, no, that's not what she's saying. You dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I hate
Not a
her.
fan.
I hate everything about her. And she was really mean about Ian. I think Ian's a shitty bosun, but like I felt like he was so pathetic when he was trying to like I don't know, flirt with her, and she was saying it was like the version of Chinese waterboarding. It just was like sad.
Words.
It was sad.
I felt bad for him for a second, but then I was like, read the room. Like, pick up
Yeah.
a fucking cue.
Actually, the poll I posted was like, do you feel bad? Yes, no, or only for like a second.
Yeah.
Someone's laundry is done.
Mine. It keeps fucking buzzing. That stupid dryer. You guys have heard it? It's going off like 5 times.
I've been hearing it. I was like, well, I don't want to call attention to it.
It doesn't stop.
Right.
I don't know why. And I have it on like low buzz, and it still buzzes like 10 times. It's so fucking annoying.
We have a lot of domestic issues this week. Oh man. Okay, so I didn't know that Sandy didn't know that Ian had promoted Joe to the lead deckhand, and it didn't occur to me that he never actually told her until we're like 7 episodes in. And she's like, "You should probably name a lead deckhand." He's like, "Oh yeah, like I did that already," and I forgot he did it on like day 1. I think Joe probably
something
needs
you
to
let
be
your
demoted.
captain.
Yeah, I agree.
He sucks. He's not a good bosun. Although we did find out it wasn't his fault that the tender wasn't charged, but he's not a good bosun.
He's still not good. As soon as he like let
Yeah.
those people float away and didn't care, I thought he was a terrible at his job. He was like, well, okay, and he just like walked away. Like he went into like the underneath the boat. I'm like, you're not gonna get like
take his break.
Like you're not gonna get on a jet ski or anything. Like it turned me off. It rubbed me the wrong way.
I
So
mean,
funny.
I'd be upset if I was to charter a boat and they let me float away at sea.
I mean, that's so dangerous.
Upset is like an understatement for what I would be. Like panicked, like ready to sue, on the phone with legal, calling one of Lisa Barlow's lawyers. Like, no. N-O. It is a good season. I'm glad. It's definitely a redemption season from the last shitty med season. So there's that. Oh, and Below Deck Down Under got nominated for an Emmy. So that's exciting for them.
I saw that. And Vanderpump had a nomination. But what blows my mind is how Salt Lake did not. Because Salt Lake, that last episode was one of the best episodes of TV I've ever fucking seen.
And the only thing I could think of is like there's like timelines for when you can like when the thing had to air, like whenever what it was had to air, and I just wondered if maybe that was the reason. I know that Vanderpump this season aired later, but I think they're nominated for their season 10. Get your fucking laundry out.
Amanda, go get your laundry.
All right, hold on. Let me go stop it. It's just like right next door.
Mute yourself.
I cannot with her. I cannot with her. What is this show today? This is like a fucking bootleg copy of our show. I feel like I'm in a movie theater with a camcorder right now doing our show.
It's our blooper reel.
And you're gonna buy me on Canal Street for $8. I can't. Good Lord.
We're good. Well, we're good. I just opened the door.
Good.
Can't.
You're a mess. All right, let's talk about Dubai. I thought it was a good episode. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Like 15, 20 minutes did it for me. Because up until then I was like,
Well, I mean, peak. Why did we need a long episode?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Peak TV is Taleen smoking the cigarette at the end, like screaming at Brooks. I mean, it's so good.
Yes.
I actually was really invested in when they went to that like rooftop pool. I'm like, where is this? How can I get there? I want to go there. If I ever went to Dubai, beautiful. This is where I'd want to be. Like that. I was more invested in that than anything. Also, Ayan's beauty launch with someone else's fashions. is my like. What is going on with these fashion shows this week?
I don't get it. Stop. Just no more fashion shows. Just
Brooks
hard
was
stop.
super shady though. She was like, "I like so and so's work, blah blah blah. By I like Chanel Ion Beauty by blah blah blah's fashion."
I hate this word, but Brooks is such a fucking hater.
She is.
Like, she's just a hater.
She is.
She is.
She's
She's
so unhappy in her
bitter.
life.
So bitter.
She's so bitter.
It's
I
not a
polled
good
if she
look.
was bitter or not today. We'll see what the people have to say.
Yeah.
She is bitter. We need her on the show though. Like you need a bitter shrew.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we keep Tamara around. So
Ugh.
we need a bitter shrew on every show.
She's just unhinged. Like, on Twitter, she's always yelling at people.
Like
Yeah.
Candace, she's just, what did Andy call her? A disaster. She's a disaster on Twitter.
Yeah.
You guys, I want to say that Tom Sandoval just posted something. Late Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Breaking
Yeah,
news.
this is breaking news. Late Tuesday afternoon, my attorney, Matt Geragos, whose advice I trusted, called me about the cross-complaint and lawsuit against myself and Ariana. He assured me that action was customary and strictly preventative in these types of lawsuits and urged me to agree to it. The words new lawsuit or suing were not articulated to me. I should have done more due diligence on the matter. Upon realizing what this action actually means, I've removed Matt Geragos from my legal team, and I am in no way suing Ariana. The action against Ariana brought on my behalf is being removed. I hold no ill will or vindictiveness toward Ariana. Now, by removing both the cross complaint and the attorney who recommended it, I hope to get through this case quickly so that Ariana and I can both finally move on with our lives.
That is breaking news.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
guys
God.
called it. You said he just was acting on the advice of his attorney. Do you think he didn't know he was suing her? Or do you
Yeah,
think he wasn't expecting the backlash?
No,
He
I
wasn't
think he
expecting
didn't
the
know. He's a
backlash.
fucking idiot.
Oh, you guys both have
think-
different opinions.
Yeah, I think he wasn't expecting the backlash. That's my opinion.
I think he was, though, because he deactivated his account ahead of time.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh.
And so,
So
did
then
his
why did he
girlfriend.
stop
Oh, yeah,
it?
so I think he knew.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, but then why did he just cancel it? Because if he knew about the backlash and he knew...
There's
Oh,
no
he
need
didn't...
shade.
Interesting, guys.
Well,
I don't know
good
what
for
to
him
think.
Bravo
for
docket
doing the right
episode.
thing. Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
you guys
For
were
sure.
right. He was definitely acting on behalf of his legal team. And I think that was probably what they told him. Like, this is
Yeah.
a smart move. You're getting sued, so we're going to sue them. Like, this is what happens. And
Right,
it
you're
just,
getting sued and you didn't distribute it. She distributed it. So,
yeah.
which
Interesting.
is true.
Interesting.
She did send something to herself and then send it to someone else, allegedly. So,
Ooh,
that is
allegedly.
distribution of pornography. Is that a sex crime? Is she going to have to register?
I think you might.
Depends on the
That's a-
state.
I mean, I don't think
Wild.
she's getting sued though. This isn't like a
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
criminal.
it's not a criminal
matter.
court, so
Civil.
yeah.
Okay. Back to Dubai.
Okay.
Anywho. Let's talk about two different things. One, they made this claim that Michael supports Caroline and pays all their bills. Do you guys believe that?
I don't understand it.
I
I think
why?
it makes her tagline make sense, right? The only thing old about me is my money. But she's got money.
Okay.
She comes from like an extended line of like the royal lineage. Like she has a lot of
and her
money.
ex-husband
And then
is like
had a shit ton
legit.
of money.
Yeah, he's like legit. He's got to be giving her alimony. She has to be getting child support because she has all 3 kids with her. Like that's
Well, she's
no.
married
He's
now, so probably no alimony. But
yeah.
Mm.
but she comes
interesting.
from money. So I
Do
don't
you
know.
think it's
She remember
something
Gift
maybe with-
Library. She was like buying people like Lamborghinis and stuff.
Do you think
with
it's
her
maybe
business.
something with Dubai where like you have to be a resident for X amount of time before
I
you
do.
can have bank accounts
Yes.
and mortgages?
I think that just like Sergio can't have anything in his name, and she's all excited because she finally can have a residence in her own name. I think a lot of stuff was in Michael's name. That's why Michael was wanting to help her like navigate like whatever it was, like the power bill or something like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I think we have a formulated opinion on that. Now, let's talk about Taleen versus Brooks. I want to talk about Rafi, Taleen's husband, getting involved. Because usually I'm of the ilk of like stay out of women's issues, but I kind of felt like he did the right thing.
I wasn't mad at him.
I don't think he did anything crazy until he was screaming afterwards. Then it started to escalate. But he was screaming more at the cameras, and I think Taleen was saying like, "Don't say anything to her because you're on camera," and then that's when he started getting pissy. Like, I don't care if I'm on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think he did anything wild.
No, he was nothing more outrageous than we've ever seen before.
Do you think the producers were trying to keep it quiet because it's like crazy laws of Dubai? Like, because they were involved pretty quickly, right? Like,
and it got hood fast.
Yeah, but not like they would have stayed out of, if it was like in Atlanta, they would have stayed out longer. I feel like it wasn't like aggressive enough for them to get involved as much as they did.
If it was in Atlanta, someone would have been threatening gun violence. Because that's how the last fight just ended.
No, it wasn't anything. I think it's just the circumstance of where they are.
That's what I think too. Because they were like, if the police show up, you're going to get arrested. Like,
a lot of people online are like, oh my God, stay out of women's issues. I can't believe he like yelled at her, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he really didn't. He just like stuck up for his wife. And she was being so antagonistic. Calling like Taleen drunk. I'm like, you are literally drunk every episode.
I know. That was wild.
Slurring. She actually got up and like left the party because she didn't want to cause a scene.
Yeah, and then you followed her. I mean, I love a good follower. You got. I hate the huff off, but I love the follow.
I mean, she knows what she's doing for sure. Gotta make.
I love Sergio trying to like peek around the corner, trying to get up. Stanbury yelling at him to sit down.
She's yelling at him like he's his child. I love it, and he did. He sat down.
It was so good.
So good.
Yeah. I think it was a good week of TV. I'm pumped for OC tonight.
Oh my God, I'm so pumped for OC tonight. Thank you.
Any other Bravo thoughts?
I don't know.
Nothing. We covered it all.
I hope your dryer stops and your ice maker works, Amanda. And
what are you guys doing this weekend?
Well, I'm going to see Darcy tomorrow because I'm going to go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Take a picture.
That part of the great state of New York tomorrow when I go visit my sister. And what am I doing this weekend? We're going to Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, to take my son. My dad is dying to take his grandsons there, but I think only my son's going.
I love it so much.
That's kind of it. It's my last weekend in New York, and then I'm going to Connecticut for a little bit.
Is your husband here?
No, he's only coming to Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you getting to Connecticut? Are you driving?
I've been single momming people.
No, are you driving to Connecticut?
Yes, my mom and dad are driving me and Romeo to Connecticut.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I love that for you. That's good.
It's like 2.5 hours from here.
Okay, that's not bad. No, that's doable for sure.
What are you doing? Going to visit your neighbors' open houses?
Oh my God, I might be.
Records?
There another
basically, one? Well, no, but the one across the street fell through. It's back up. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Drama.
I know. I noticed.
If you're listening, we hope you get a new buyer.
She probably is listening. She loves our podcast. Shout out to Amy.
Amy, shout out.
Hi,
Amy. She's not here. She's gone. So
sorry,
I'm sad.
Your buyer fell through. Shit happens, fucking real estate market.
It does.
Call Gina Kirschneider. Maybe she can get you.
Oh, please.
Oh, God.
The only thing she knows more than properties is her worth.
All right. Bye, Travis. It was fun while it lasted.
I have to say that.
I thought you were just going to hop off again.
I know. But did you guys like the Gina meme I made where she was crying about Travis, but I said when you forget to add the Shein coupon to cart?
Yes, because I know that pain. I know that pain.
I miss that $40.
I love Shein.
Me too, but I'm not a fucking housewife.
Yes.
Okay.
I like Shein and I like Chanel. Just like I like Taco Bell and fine dining, people.
Best of both worlds.
Oh my gosh. All right. If you like what you heard here, follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on our socials. We are on Instagram at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on Threads at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on TikTok at Boujee Bravo Bitches. We are on Twitter at Boujee Bravo Bees. We have a Facebook group and we also have a YouTube channel.
That's it, bitch.